Hey there, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into something you'll absolutely want to add to your next project. A sign-up page with custom form validations and a design so sleek, your users won't know what hit them. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned front-end pro, you're in for a treat. So get comfy, because we're about to create some magic together. Let's jump in. I have created my HTML, CSS, and JavaScript file already. So let's go ahead and rename the title and then link the files together. We create the input container class to act as our wrapper class. Now, we create our form tag, very important. Next, we create a div for each of our inputs. We copy and paste that, yeah. We go ahead and edit each input to our desired format. We add the submit type to our button tag. Hooray, we've successfully set up the structure for our sign-up page. Now, our CSS.
I can't quite figure out what border box is good for, but if you know, drop some knowledge in the comments.
The margin 0 also automatically helps us to center our container div. It's getting into shape, isn't it? The styles we give here will work for all our input tags. Nice. Now, the styles that will help us create our nice focus effect. Then lastly, our error styles. We start with use strict, which is a directive that helps catch common coding mistakes. It is advisable to define all your variables at the beginning of your code. Change label is a function that adds a class label change to the label when an input field is focused. This class changes the appearance of the label. Change input adds a class input color to the input field itself, changing its border color to make it more noticeable. We loop through all input fields and labels using for-each and attach an add event listener to listen for the focus event on inputs and the click event on labels. When these events occur, the respective classes are added coupled with either the change label or change input function, giving our form a dynamic interactive feel. Now let's move on to the validation part. The show validation message function is responsible for displaying error messages and changing the appearance of the input fields if validation fails. It takes three parameters: input element, message, and its success. If its success is false, it means there's a validation error, so we add classes like input error and label error to highlight the problem areas and display the error message. If validation passes, we remove the error classes and clear any error messages. The validate input function checks each form field for its correctness and adds the appropriate error messages where necessary. This valid variable acts as a flag, helping the code determine whether all the input fields in the form meet the required validation criteria. At the beginning, isValid is set to true. This means that initially, the assumption is that all inputs are valid. We validate each field. If a field is empty, we show an appropriate error message using show validation message. for the password field, we also check if it's at least 8 characters long. Then the confirm password field must match the password field. If all validations pass, the function returns true, otherwise it returns false. We attach an add event listener to the form that listens for the submit event. When the form is submitted, the validate inputs function is called. If validate inputs returns true, meaning all validations passed, the form is submitted. If not, submission is prevented, allowing the user to correct any errors. And we're done. Great job. To enjoy easy access to creative coding contents just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. The button doesn't bite, you know. Hey, just kidding.